Konnichiwa and welcome everybody back to Chrono Reviews and another Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toy from Mattel, and it's yet another attack pack, and it's yet another one from Wave 3, and it's nothing less than the Protoceratops. And Protoceratops is one of my childhood favorites. It's a very well known dinosaur, the hornless ceratopsian that is quite small, but it have a lot of classic moments in dinosaur magazines and stuff, like when it defends its nest from oviraptors. Yeah, I really hope that they make an oviraptor. You can always dream. And the classic fossil found where it's wrestling a velociraptor and was caught in a sandstorm. It's a lot of stuff, but a very well known ceratopsian, and they still do not have a canon appearance in the franchise, but they do finally make their toy debut, and Mattel are doing a great job as usual to put out a lot of new species. They have already vastly outnumbered the older toy releases from Kenner and Hasbro when it comes to both canon species and unique species for the toy line, and they keep doing it. And they keep doing a great job, and it's also nice to see yet another herbivore. I like to have more herbivores because the carnivores are still outnumbering them. And the box itself, I keep saying box, but I mean the package. The package itself is just like any attack pack. It have picture of Owen Blue, it says Protoceratops. It's the cage design with the logo and the volcano backdrop. And this one, just as my Minmi, and also yet another one for tomorrow, which is the Proceratosaurus, all of them are lacking that blue strip saying new. But I know there are package variations, and those do not have the new tag here. I don't mind, since I'm going to open it anyway. But I'm just a little surprised that none of those I've got so far have that tag. And on the back there is just the usual information about the Facts app, which you can scan to get your Protoceratops into the app. And here we have the Protoceratops out of the package, and I must say I really love this thing. The fact that it's blue gives me so many nostalgic flashbacks, because I always loved how they looked in the old magazines I have since my childhood, where it's illustrated as blue. Sure, it have a little yellow, mustard colored yellow pattern on it, which is also nice. I really like it. It reminds me of the artwork that was released for the Microceratus for Jurassic World that was never seen on screen though, but I like how it reminds me of those. But I think they were more yellow and less blue, unless I'm totally mistaken. I'm just sure they had some yellow on them, but never mind. It really looks nice, and it gives a nostalgic vibe. And I like the sculpture. This little fin here probably represents the newer iterations, where it have feathers on the tail tip, much like the Styracosaurus have. And I really like it. It doesn't have that many colors. But first, here is the Jurassic Facts app. So if you want to scan it, you can do that. And the color itself is a light blue with a minimal greenish tint in it, but it's mostly blue. And its eyes are actually quite nicely painted green. And there's some mustard colored patterns, and the beak is painted in dark grey, which is nice. Those small horns here should have been painted probably, and maybe the minimal horn here. I'm not sure if they even actually had this minimal horn. Maybe they had. I just have not looked on Protoceratops that much lately. But overall, it looks good. it does not have any paint on the underside, but I'm fine with this. It's not as deep color as the Mini-Me had, but it's still appealing. And as I said, the nostalgic vibe of it being light blue, it's everything for me. It's totally how I imagine Protoceratops is, and that makes me happy. They did actually announce for next year that they will release a repaint, another version of this, also a tack pack, I think. So if I want to build a pack, I will for sure get that one. I might not review it because it's basically the same figure, but I will most likely buy one. And as far as the articulation go, the new standard seems to be that you can swivel the tails for no reason, but you could not do this on the first wave of attack packs, but you can swivel the tail, and the legs are cut jointed, basic articulation for herbivores, and the head is also ball jointed. And this one have, unlike the Mini-Me, it does have a quite very well jointed head, so you can do ramming like this. There are no action feature, but you can do ramming and turning and stuff, and that's good for a ceratopsian that you can do that. So the basic inside shape of the frill goes well with the back like this, so you can protect the neck from carnivores. I sort of wish that the basic small dinos had action features, because back in the Kenner days, almost every dinosaur, even the small ones, for the human-sized ones, so to speak, had some basic action feature, like the raptors and stuff. But it's fine. Now let's go into the size comparisons. First off, it does size up very well with the Mini-Me. The Protoceratops is slightly taller, but the Mini-Me have more bulk. And there's also, we have Owen Grady, my favorite Owen, the dinosaur, the one with baby blue. And we also have another herbivore, the Stygimoloch, and they size up nicely together. However, just like the case with the Mini-Me, the Kenner Alan Grant scales up better. If you go by scientific size, the Protoceratops is more correctly scaled to Grant, but just like with the Mini-Me, I'm saying it again, for play value, it's good that they did them in a fairly decent size. And last but not least, just for the sake of it, here is the Protoceratops' big cousin, the Triceratops, and of course the trike is very well much undersized compared to this Protoceratops, but it's really nice to get more ceratopsians. I love ceratopsians and they deserve a lot more attention, just like this one deserves to have a bigger cousin. Namely, I really wish that they do a action attack Triceratops that it's a bit bigger, maybe more in the size of the Stego. But overall, this is a really nicely done. Because of my childhood memories of blue Protoceratopses, I think this one lands higher up in my favorite list than the Mini-Me, simply because it's one of my more personal faves. But as far as the specs as a toy goes, both are about equal in level of how good they are. So it's all about what's your favorite. Do you want both? Do you not want both? If you like one of them more, get the one you like more. So I hope you enjoyed this review, and until next time, take care and sayonara!